Alright guys, welcome back to Project GoodSpeed. I'm Jay, and the CRV here today is gonna get a little bit more work done. So in the previous video, I actually installed this Honda Civic cluster here from I think it's an EK model, the 97, 96 to 2000, 2001. I'm not quite sure about those years, but the clusters are damn near identical to the EGs, and they're pretty recognizable throughout these late models, right? You have three main ones, and this is the very simple design. And I think the Civic ones look a lot better in the CRV than the CRV ones did. I'm not a big fan of the orange color on the outside there, and this subtle blue is a lot more appealing to me. Now, I installed that in the other video. It took me a while to find the right cluster with the sort of right mileage. I actually that's a lot lower than my CRV has. It's about 10,000 miles less, but you know, that's the closest one I could find. Everything works. Oh, it doesn't have RPMs. Bummer. And if you want to check out that video, I have the process on how I went about doing that. But today we're going to go ahead and worry about some key stuff here. So I actually picked up these set of OEM Honda keys, which I suspect might not be OEM, to be honest, but I have no proof of that other than the price. It wasn't a lot, but it was just way too much for a set of keys. Either way, I have some OEM set of keys, and I just went to go to the swap meet, the flea market here in Cali. I went there to get some keys made because on Sundays there's not many shops open for that. Now, I also picked up these key fobs here. So I got these from Amazon, and I'll put a link to everything that I have here in the description in case you guys need these. I just pretty much filtered it by car, and I think these are the same ones. I was kind of misled to believe these were black. They're not, they're clearly gray, but you know, it's fine. Now, Honda actually has a really interesting way of allowing its, you know, consumers the options of having all of this stuff added on at the time of purchase. And one of these things is the remote entry system is offered in the SE and the XE models, but I have an LX model. So that means I don't have it. Not true. It just means I don't have the entry system. How many pages are here, bro? Where the heck is it? I had it here. Idiot. So the entry system on the CRVs was offered as an extra feature here, right? But based on some of the forums and research that I've been reading, I think the CRVs all have this pretty much built in. You just need to access it with a key fob. So that's where this key fob comes in from Amazon. I think they're universal based on their frequency. So you might have to double check if these actually fit for you. But for my CRV, it looks like Amazon says that this is the one I need, and all we have to do is program it. So let's give it a shot. Now, because the CRV here is a used car, it's always a good idea to go ahead and replace all of the locks whenever you buy used cars. It's something that I did with my little hatchback because that platform is a lot more popular. So somebody actually made a kit for all of the whole lock systems. I can replace all the doors, the ignition system, and the rear hatch. And I could just order all that and do it all at once. And it wasn't that expensive. I think it was like 50 bucks at the time, but it was years ago when I bought that Civic. But there is no kit for the CRV here. So we're gonna go ahead and program our new set of key fobs here, which actually I need both of them here with me. So I bought both of these key fobs together on Amazon, and they came with instructions on how to program them. I think they're not car specific, so they might work for other models, but the instructions I think are pretty straightforward. I went online on the Amazon page, and they show the steps that you need to do. It's basically 3 simple steps repeated 4 times, I believe. Yeah. So you switch the key on to the second position, then you push the lock button close to the receiver here, and then you switch the car off, and you will repeat that 3 times. And on then you go again for a 4th time. You will switch the car on, push the button, and then on the 4th time, you should hear the lock actuators, you know, engage. At that point, you will push the lock button again to, I think, register the remote here, and then for 10 seconds, you're able to go ahead and push other receivers to pretty much register them as well. So we're gonna give it a shot. So key into the ignition to the second position, 2, 1, off, 1, 2, off, and then off. And then switch to second position, lock, off, and then switch second position, push lock. There you go. And then we'll push lock one more time. Now they engaged, and then we'll do the second one. Boom. That's the lock. That's unlock. I lost this one. Did that work or not? I definitely heard it. Okay, so that last step was not very useful. So I thought you could, you know, program both of these at once, but it turns out that when I push the lock button on this one, after doing all those steps, the second one actually registered as the first position, and this one is the first one. Didn't do anything, but this one, there we go. We got power locks now. Sweet. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it again with this one. Let's see if I can do it super quick. So let's key into the second position, lock, off. Second position, lock, off. Second position, lock, off. Second position, lock, and locked. Lock one more time, lock 3 times. That's it. So now we should have this one. Boom. Unlocked. Something's up with these actuators. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, so the first one locks all of them. The first one only unlocks the driver's door, and the third one unlocks all the doors. That's good to know. Now, I believe I can also use this to unlock the trunk here. Boom. Damn, gotta love Honda. You know, this actually gives me a good idea, this actually gives me an idea to actually do this whole thing using the Honda CRV system in the little hatchback here. Because, you know, it is, at the end of the day, all Honda. And Honda makes a lot of stuff that is just universal across multiple platforms. I mean, I'm using a cluster from a Honda Civic in this CRV. I'm using so many, you know, replacement parts in this little hatchback from other models like a Civic and an Integra and a CRV. So I don't see a reason why it couldn't work. Just gonna have to do a lot of research. But now we have power doors. All the way unlocked. That's both of them, right? Locked. Oh. And unlocked. There's no clever Hollywood editing here. Just, you know, some guy with 50 extra bucks to spend on Amazon. Now this one's actually a spare, and this is one for my family to use in case they need to use the car. But I think I probably am gonna order a third one because I think the CRVs here can register up to 4 or 3. Either way, I've always wanted an OEM one, so I'm gonna try to spend a little extra cash on that. Now if you're thinking 50 bucks is a lot of money to spend on just 2 receivers, I think you're right, you know, but you know, I don't really have control over that. Now, because this is a short video, I also have to install these not custom, but these window visors. And window visors here in Cali just look cool. Well, not Cali here in general, but window visors in general are a good thing, I think, because you can actually put these on, and in the rainy season, they actually keep the rain out if you want to, you know, roll down the window. So much cooler. These are like pitched out black too. I don't think these are, oh, I fucked up. These are not, these are not see-through. You can't see through these at all. Look at this. Nothing. Nothing. That's all right though. There's plenty of visibility in this giant fish tank, so. Hello, fishies. We're gonna go ahead and just install these and call it a day. Just slightly off. Some of these panels are a little overboard. You can see this strip here, right here. The visor here is just maybe like 2 centimeters off. Yeah, see, at least these are see-through. This is what you want. But these are very old and actually need to be replaced. That's it for this video. That's it for the whole build. Actually, we're done. The CRV is finished. No, I'm just kidding. But man, it's gonna be so sick. This is stuff you have in new cars, you know. I know you guys probably don't think it's a big deal, and I don't either, but it's so cool, you know, small little things like a bed in a car, a table in a car. And for the Civic here, for the longest time, it's never had an actual locking system, like at all, and this just gives me so many ideas to do on the little hatchback here. But Now, if you guys want any of this stuff, right, the links are in the description down below. I've installed the window visors, got a whole new set of locking keys, and that's it for this video. So until next time, take care and good speed.